Hey everyone, Jackson over at Self Elevate. Hope you're ready to have a great week. I want to tell a story. There was a salesman. He was one of the best salesmen, had been a top 10 performer in 3 previous positions. He's always looking for the best opportunity. He signs up with this new company. It's a shoe company. And his task is to go to the Caribbean 48 weeks a year and sell shoes. I mean, could there be a better position? So he's all jacked. I mean, we're talking about salary of $60,000+ a year. He has opportunity to earn over 6 figures throughout the year through commissions. He moves down there. He spends about 4 days, and he is just livid, pissed, cannot believe it. He calls his sales manager up, names up and down the list, and essentially says, look, there is no way that I'm working here. There's not a single person on this entire island that wears shoes. Give me a plane ticket. I'm out. Shoe company says, okay, this guy was one of the best. We thought we did a really good job recruiting. We got to figure out something else. They bring in another guy. Not really a super seasoned salesperson, but he has the best attitude. This guy came in and when he interviewed, he was completely drenched head to toe. And they're like, what happened out there? He said, hey, it's spring. It's amazing. It's, the plants, the grass are being watered. I happen to get caught in it. It's raining pretty hard. So they remembered him. Like, okay, this guy has the type of attitude that maybe can help us work through some of these challenges of selling shoes in an area where people don't wear shoes. They get him down there, and he's down there for literally 10 minutes, and he calls his sales director up and says, I am so excited. You would not believe it. Nobody here is wearing shoes. There is nothing but prospects in front of me. I have the Caribbean. I have the best weather I can. And by the way, get ready to write me a check for over $120,000 annually when this year is over. I'm going to make a killing out here. Here's the thing. 2 guys, exact same situation. One guy is way more experienced, has experienced way more success, and is frustrated to the point where he doesn't even start. Another guy doesn't really have much experience, but in a very similar situation, could not be more excited to have an opportunity. So what are we talking about here? We are talking about paradigm. We are talking about attitude, and we are talking about the lens in which we see the world. There's a concept that I came across 12 years ago when I was working with a Southwestern company. It was called the law of 3 to 1. It states that for every negative thing that happens to us, every negative event, every negative comment, every challenge, it is on us to find 3 positive reasons why this is the best thing that ever happened to us. Yeah, kind of cheesy. I get it. But very, very effective. Forcing yourself, whenever something tough or challenging pops up, figure out how this could be a good thing, how we can make this work for us. Reason I'm posting this video, as always, my job is to help people identify what their greatest opportunity or challenge is and create a process to have success in the very near future. Now, these videos are just kind of an idea of how to get there. Obviously, working a one-on-one will get us to that point much more quickly, but I just have to bring the 3 to 1 point back up. There's a book that I came across about 3 years ago. It's called Positivity by Barbara Fredrickson. In it, she talks about Marcel Losada. He is a doctor from the University of Michigan, and he studied positive psychology. With all the number crunching he did, he found that for one to have an overall happy and positive life, there needs to be overall 3 positive things they identify within every negative thing that happens. Now, it's not quite that. It was 2.9, very long number after that, essentially 3 to 1. When I came across that from a second source, I really understood, hey, this is something that I really want to share with the world. This is something that's important for anyone who wants to improve their situation, who wants to be better on a day-to-day level, to be aware of. When I talk about paradigm, I'm essentially talking about the lens through which we see the world. And just like our 2 salesmen that I spoke of a little earlier, both of them had the exact same situation. They were going to the Caribbean for a sales job. Now, one guy had a sheer advantage. He had experience, he had sales success, he had confidence, And he also came on the referral of many top reps saying, hey, this would be a guy that can sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. We got sales guy number 2, not a ton of experience, probably not the sharpest guy out there, but he had an attitude that can't be replaced. When negative things happen, he found positive ways to address them and move forward. Now you might say, hey, Jackson, these are all great hippy-dippy things, and I get it. Life is going great for you. You're married, you got a bunch of kids, you got a house, you got a job that you love. How does this apply to me? I'm just a normal, everyday Joe trying to figure it out. I don't have all the answers. Guys, I hate to break it to you. The reason why I feel what I do is so powerful is I don't have all the answers either. 2 weeks ago, I applied for a manager role at the company I work at. I've been there exactly 3 years last Friday. I was very excited about the role. It's something that I've had my eyes on really since the day I've been hired, but I've been voicing my interest in the position for about 2.5 years now. And opportunity came up. There's 4 people that applied for it. I have far and away the most tenure out of anyone who applied for the positions. There's one person who's higher sales, but the person who ultimately got the job, I blew them out of the water as far as number of total sales in that position. I've mentored and coached personally more employees at that company than anyone else had for that position. I didn't get it. They went another direction. So 3-1. Something bad happened, something that I didn't want, something I've worked really hard for and I didn't achieve. That's a great opportunity to say, hey, you know what? Time to move on to a new company, time to go after a new role, or hey, let me just be frustrated and upset about it. Let me just, kind of get what I want out of it, and they can figure it out on their own. But overall, it's not about the short term. It's about figuring out what we can be doing on a day-to-day level to get to ultimately where we want to be. And my job is to ultimately be helping people on a day-to-day basis identify what their biggest challenges and opportunities are and put a process in place to earn those things. And I know this is a great opportunity to put my money where my mouth is and really practice what I preach, saying, hey, I get it, that's not the way I wanted to go, but here are 3 things from that negative that I can take away from it. Without having a management role, I have a ton of opportunity to be flexible. I can be in early in the mornings, I can leave early to be home with my family. I don't have to be there at 4:30 on a Friday to support another salesperson on demo. That's a huge win. 2, not having the opportunity to win that position allows me to really step back and earn time with the executives and the managers and the people I work with and figure out, hey, why not me? What about me wasn't good enough for this role? And what do I need to improve as a salesperson, as a leader, as an employee to strengthen my resume for the next time an opportunity like this comes up? And I'm not saying that I'm working for this company forever, guys, but I am saying that these guys have worked with me for 3 years. They know me pretty well. And whether it's at my organization or somewhere else, they can help me understand things that I need to improve, my weaknesses, so I can be sharper. And 3, I'm not roped into a position, right? I have the flexibility and the confidence to do the job that I've done well for 3 years. So with that, I now have the opportunity to really kind of step back and say, hey, is this the path I want to be on? Are there other areas like, spending more time on videos like this, following more passion projects to help other people in ways that aren't directly related to my job? Hey, there's opportunities for that too. So wanted to circle everything around here, guys. Bad stuff happens to everyone. It happens to the most successful, and it happens to the guys who are living on the street. At the end of the day, it's how we react to those negative things, those things that went away we didn't expect them to go, that really make all the difference in the world. Eric Thomas talks about no one successful has ever just been successful. Everyone's faced a challenge. Everyone has had something they've had to overcome. And the way they overcome that is not by getting lucky. It's by having a process. When things go bad, be it a big thing like not winning a job or promotion, or something small like sleeping in, finding 3 ways why that's a good thing, taking advantage of that, and going ahead and winning. Guys, I want everyone to be better than they were yesterday, tomorrow. I want everyone to feel that there's more opportunity for them in the moment than there was before we started this video. Please reach out, post ideas, let me know where you guys are at, where you guys want help. I don't have all the answers, but I'm excited to try. I know a lot of people, and let's get better together. Let's self-elevate.